Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to go crazy tomorrow and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped the stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video, right after the intro. Alright, y'all, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, alright? So let's get started right off the bat. We got the SPY. I told y'all in my last video to be very wary of this level right here since we were very close to it. Right after that video, overnight, it broke down and then shorts and then dip buyers try to hold it up, right? And it didn't do too well. It tried to bounce, got rejected, tried to bounce again, got rejected, and then it got rejected again today, midday, before this collapse. Now, one thing that I do anticipate for the market is number one, this right here tells me this is something to watch out for. It dropped all the way to $446. Would not surprise me for the SPY. So just be on the lookout for something that looks like this around here, followed by another drop before rebounds over the weekend. So just keep your eyes on this type of movement coming in tomorrow, right? Now let's talk about the stock for the video. The stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, that stock is Netflix. All right. And the reason why I want to share Netflix with all of you, number one, it had a pretty solid run. It did. Up from like all the way over here. Let me go to the 4-hour, right? It's been running throughout this entire time with the market, right? There's some opportunities right there. And right now it's looking kind of weak. It's looking really weak. There was a lot of sellers over here. And today it showed a very simple and clean pattern that I liked a lot. You can look at it from like the small perspective, or you can look at it from the big perspective. The small perspective is right here. It's right there, right here. The bearish pennant on the chart is clean. As soon as that thing broke down, I got in right here with puts right over here for the potential drop on the way down. Or you can look at it from like connecting this line from way back here. All right, either way, it's still kind of clean, and the floor still broke on the stock. So I'm not bullish on this one. It had a move. I think this is the moment where people take their money off the table and we see some type of retracement all the way down to like at least 590, at most 585, before we see some type of consolidation, or even maybe more selling pressure too. That's something to be keeping in mind. All right, there is an evening star also. Now that I look at the daily chart, the evening star is there. Just keep that in your watch list for a potential move to the downside, potentially for a day trade. I don't know about a swing trade, because I think this little drop that we're experiencing with the SPY is temporary before we bounce again. So just watch it for a day trade to the short side tomorrow, right? Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. For those of you who dropped those in the comment section, the first one that we're going to discuss, that one is AQST. All right, and I want to bring up AQST right now because a lot of you have been mentioning it in the comment section, not just one person, a lot of people. And there's one thing that I do see on here. Yes, there are the buyers over here that stepped in heavy, right? I don't know too much about the company. It is a therapeutics company. It's a very risky trade, especially if you're going with these companies. Any bad move with their drug product, or it could end up with like a negative 30% drop. So or negative 25% drop. Just keep that in mind, all right? But the one thing that I do want to like show to all of you is this. If you go on the weekly and you zoom in right here, there is a falling wedge on the chart. It's quite clean. It's right here, right there. All right. And it looks like this week is a good week for dip buyers to get in. So maybe next week you see this thing sprint all the way to like, let's see, we can see this thing sprint all the way up to $6, maybe even $6.50 within the next few weeks. I don't know if it's gonna take 1 week or 2 weeks. So if you're trading the stock, if you're interested in this stock, and you're probably one of the people who asked me about it, this is my very honest opinion of the stock. I think if there is some like catalyst or some magical unicorn news with this stock, it could squeeze all the way up in here sooner, maybe later. All right, so that's my very honest opinion on that one. The next one that we're going to discuss, this one is a little updates on Disney. And Disney still looks good on the weekly charts. I have one call left on Disney because I did take some profits yesterday and again today. It gave 2 opportunities to do so right over here. Again, right before the overall market starts to retrace, which happened like 2 days in a row. All right, so these were 2 different opportunities to take some money off right here, and I'm holding just one just to see what's going to happen with it. It has a lot of upside, and again, like I said, the little drop that we're experiencing with the SPY is temporary and we will bounce soon. So 190 is still there. If you have some calls on it, again, this one is daily hold. Make sure you like give yourself some time with the calls, right? That way they don't expire. That way, if the stock drags its feet, your calls will be fine because you have a lot more time on those calls, right? So that's my very honest opinion on Disney and the update. Another stock that I want to do an update on is NVIDIA. In NVIDIA, I had to get rid of that. I had to get rid of it after I made that, like right over here actually. As soon as this thing broke down below like 323 right over here, that's when I got out. I should have got out a little bit earlier, even though it was looking kind of weird over here. But this was like the last straw for me. That's when I had to like leave the stock. And right now it's been doing this little choppy thing at the bottom. Again, with the market, if the market is bearish, we can see this thing go down all the way to like 218 before we see it bounce. So just keep that in mind. All right, we're not out of the woods just yet. I'm not convinced that the market is gonna fly up by like 1% or 1.5% tomorrow. I don't see that happening, at least not yet, not until next week. So that's for that stock. Another stock that somebody have been asking about in the comment section, somebody has been asking about Visa. And Visa, it had a nice bounce, but there is one little detail right here which kind of gets me worried, and I think that we're gonna go down and retest 225. All right, the floor broke right here, kind of like what happened with Netflix. So just be watchful for a move all the way down to 225 tomorrow to form a double bottom before we continue to consolidate in like this zone right here, and then we move up next week. All right, so just watch out for that. Don't be surprised if it does happen. Okay, so just keep your eyes out for that move. And the last stock that I want to discuss with all of you, that stock is AMD, and I think a lot of y'all would like this one because the one thing that I want to see with it is I want to see it drop all the way down to 182 and hold, right? I want to see it drop to 182 and then consolidates over here, maybe do something like this, and then immediately sprints next week towards like 120 and break above the previous highs over here. But as of tomorrow, I want to see the stock drop just a little bit. All right, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit to 102. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate and destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market. I'll have some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma for PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, alright? Enjoy the outro.